Hi and welcome to another unboxing video. This one is for Normandy 44 by GMT Games and Mark Simonitch. This is the second edition that has just come out 2015. This just came in the mail actually from the P500 project. So let's take a look at the box and then let's see what's inside of it. So first of all, Normandy 44 comes in the GMT thin box line, as you can see. I actually quite like the art style on it. That's the back of the box. There's a picture of the map, some of the counters, and the usual game meter for game complexity and solitaire suitability that GMT always prints on their games. And that's the box. Let's see what's inside of it then. Just pop open this cover, put it to the side. Well, first of all, we have one of those dear customers enjoy the game, so on and so forth notes, which is always nice. It's a personal touch, one of the things that I actually like about GMT games. Let's just put it aside. Then we have this rules of play booklet. It is 32 pages long, cover to cover. It is semi-glossy, full color, as you can see. It goes through everything. It actually also incorporates the scenarios. We have, let's see, the invasion tone over here, and we have, I believe I saw it earlier. There we go, the campaign game over here, 7-turn minigame, and the Sherbo scenario, which are the three scenarios in the game. There's also a multiplayer and optional rules here, and the list of changes to the second edition as well. And then there's an extended example of play, again full color, lots of demonstrations here on the map, which is always nice, and it ends with an index, a page actually on a designer's note over here, an index, and a few tables to see weather effect and abbreviated sequence of play and some more things. So that's the rulebook and scenario book, which is a bit unusual recently for GMT games. They usually publish a rulebook separately and a scenario book separately, but they decided to incorporate them as one, and we know with 32 pages I can understand why they would do that. So let's put it aside and look for the rest of the game. So first of all, we have these card stock, nice quality, full color reference sheets. We have the Normandy 44 in Britain card for reinforcements, for American and British reinforcements. This is one-sided. Put it over there. We have the Allies at Start card, I'm sorry for bumping the camera, again, and all the different units, also one-sided. We have this German reinforcements card, also one-sided, and then the German at Start card, which is actually double-sided. On the other side of it is the Cherbourg scenario card over here. As you can see, it's all full color, it's all big and easily understood, readily set up, which is a very nice touch. There are also two of these player aid reference sheets that contain combat results table. On the one side of it, we've determined the defense table, list of CRT modifiers, some other things in it, and then on the other side we have the terrain effects chart, the isolation and attrition table, allied reinforcements points down here. So that is that. I'll just set it aside for now. We have, let's see, some baggies in here, which if you've seen any of my unboxing videos, you know that I'm a big fan of. We have one die. It's a bit of an unusual color, but it's actually quite nice. It's dark blue and copper pips, something like the Chessex line of dice, if you're familiar with those. I'll just put it aside. And then we have two counter sheets. It actually says counter sheet 1 of 2 front, and then back on the other end, counter sheet 2 of 2, and I actually see that a couple of my counters have fallen in the box, which is actually an opportunity for us to look at what a counter is like. We have the regular side over here. I hope you can see with the camera zoom, and then we have the reduced, broken side over here, denoted by this line. So I just put them back in, and you can see where they fell off over here from this board. The boards are actually warped a little bit, but hopefully it's not going to affect the counters at all. Anyway, those are, as you can see, full color, of course, and they are double-sided. Both of them were applicable. So I'll just set those aside. The last thing we have in this box is the game map. The game map is a paper map, 22 by 34 inches. I'll just spread it out over here on the table to show you what it looks like. Just open this up. And this is the map. Now, I'm a big fan, of course, of the GMT mounted boards, but I can see why they went with this paper map. It actually does look quite nice. If you can get plexiglass over it, then I'm sure it's going to be just as functional, and it certainly does save up on storage space and weight. So I can definitely see why they went with this one as well. We have over here a terrain legend, of course, of the different terrains covering Normandy. We've got Cherbourg up there in the peninsula, Carentan, Caen, Saint-Lô, Bayeux, and all sorts of other important location in this end of Normandy. We have the tank track up here, which also seems to have a historical reference on it. So you can see, for example, June 8th, Isigny Falls, night of 8 or 9, June 9th, La Fière Bridgehead created, Azaville Falls, and so on and so forth. So it's a nice historical touch. We've got general record tracks, a weather track over here, and the weather table, airborne scatter tables, and all sorts of things, but they're all on the map, which is, I think, a very easy and nice touch. Of course, the 5 landing beaches, Sword, Juno Gold, Omaha, and Utah Beach over here. Some pilot trooper markings, it looks like 501, 505, and so on, around Saint-Mère-Église, and it looks rather nice, rather historical, and it is, of course, one-sided, the map, but like I said, it's completely functional, and it is very, very nicely laid out. It's not busy on the eyes, but everything is well put out. So anyway, that is the second printing of Normandy 44 by GMT Games and Mark Simonitch, and I hope that you have found this unboxing video informative, and do come again.